Hi there, Zenon here, Mortgages in Hawaii. And now is the time of year to make predictions about the year. And I looked back at a panel I was on last year. A gentleman had predicted 5 different things, and only 1 out of the 5 came true. The other ones fell pretty flat, and it's a reminder that when we make predictions, they need to be based on real world data and not ideology or fear or too rosy an outlook. So with that being said, let's take a look at our current picture, and here's my predictions for 2026. The first thing is home prices here in Hawaii. I predict that home prices will remain fairly steady and maybe a slight modest improvement at the end of the year. Last year they fell by 2.5%. So that will be definitely an improvement. And it's based on what I feel, which is the next prediction, which is interest rates. Currently, we're hovering right around 6%, which is better than we pretty much saw all of last year. Throughout the year, we may see modest improvements to interest rates, and it's not based on what the Fed's going to do. The Fed right now is still tackling the 2.8% inflation number that we saw last year, and if it's left up to the Fed, they will be monitoring that along with unemployment. But if some of the interesting policies that have been floated, such as using Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac's balance sheet to buy mortgage-backed securities, that could bring down interest rates throughout the year. So something to keep an eye on. The main thing is when consumers consider a mortgage, look at the payment. Can you and do you feel comfortable with the proposed monthly payment? And can you afford the down payment and the costs associated with the mortgage? So those are the 2 main things. And as a side note, now is what seems to be a great environment for not only good interest rates, but competitive home pricing. So it's hard to beat this mix, because if rates continue to come down, home prices typically follow in an uptrend from there.